campus of Emmanuel High School for tonight's game between the Loyal Greyhounds and your Emmanuel Lutheran Lancers. Please stand and remove your hats as the Emmanuel Flute Choir leads us in the national anthem. Please support the participants, officials, in a positive manner, preventing contact, social, nature, and leading actions will not be tolerated on grounds of work intimidation. In addition to your safety, please be aware of the possibility of all players being vultures during the competition. Thank you and enjoy the game. And now our starting lineup is first for Loyal. Senior number 11, Alec Anderson. Senior number 23, Alex Schutte. Freshman number 24, Cameron Brusso. Junior number 25, Riley Fisher. And senior number 41, Andrew Szymanski. Loyal coached by Eric Schoonover. And now for your Lancers. Senior number 12, Jack Milkey. Senior number 14, Brandon Whitland. Junior number 20, Caleb Nelder. Senior number 32, Caleb Oster. And senior number 40, Grant Hulke. The Lancers are coached by Tom Williams, assistant by Joe Lyle.
Welcome to all to Emmanuel Lutheran High School. We have the varsity boys basketball team tonight taking on the Loyal Greyhounds. Not a team from the Dairyland, the Loyal Greyhounds. They're from the Clover Belt Conference. It's definitely a different matchup than the Lancers are used to. I don't know what kind of... Oh, first we should introduce ourselves. I'm Gunny Sippert, my partner Sam Buck, and we have Clay Bobeck on camera, as usual. Okay, I don't know what kind of team Loyal is, but did you see their warm-ups? They looked like the Indiana Hoosiers with the striped pants.
They were pretty cool.
With the vertically striped pants. Same starting five for the Lancers, and Hulke will take the tip instead of Oster. And we're ready to go here. Lancers versus Greyhounds. Hulke tips it forwards, and Brandon Wendland eventually grabs the ball. Wendland to Milkey for the left corner three. No good.
Wide open shot, but he can't get the bucket to fall.
And the rebound by Szymanski. Number 11, Alec Anderson brings it down. He gives it to Brusso, the freshman. Szymanski to number 25, Fisher, who gave it to Anderson, but he couldn't handle the pass. Here's Wendland on the fast break. He lays it up and in.
Great D by Nelner led to a steal and then a 2-point bucket by Wendland.
Ball stolen by Oster and laid up and in. I don't know about you, but I want to see a dunk there. That would have been cool.
That would have been sweet.
Number 23 with the ball, Alex Schutte. He gives it to Fisher, who gives it to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Nelner. Nelner tipped the ball, so that's not a double dribble. And here's Anderson for three. Good. Nice shot by Alec Anderson from the left wing. Nelner to Milky. To Nelner. Nelner will set things up. Gives to Wendland on the right wing. To Milky. Milky gives it to Oster. Oster goes right. Pulls back, steps back. Jumper. Rims in and out. Russo with the rebound. He'll take it down. Good look there for Oster. The shot just didn't fall. Anderson pulls up. Shot is long. And Hulky grabs the board, but it's stolen by Fisher. Good heads-up D there by Riley Fisher, the junior. He gives it to Zemansky, who goes in and misses the layup. Hulky with the rebound gives to Nelner to Milky in transition. Milky goes left and in. Nice layup there by Jack Milky. The Lancers' transition offense is showing here early. Here's Brusso for the Greyhounds. He gives it to Schutte. Alex gives it to Fisher. Riley Fisher looking for somebody. Good defense by Wendland here. Lots of pressure. Fisher needs some help, and Anderson gives it to him. Anderson with the ball now. Great ball handler, it looks like. Zemansky with the jumper. Good. Nice shooting here early by the Greyhounds. Here's Milky in transition again with the left hand. Good. I should have made a correction earlier. That 3 by Anderson was only a 2. His foot was on the line. And here's Anderson with the ball. Anderson gets it to Brusso. He bobbles it, and he has to pick it up. Brusso gives it to Fisher. Riley Fisher gives it to Anderson in the corner. He goes baseline. Neldner's not giving him baseline. He kicks it out to Zemansky. Here's Schutte. Fakes the shot, and is fouled by Oster. First foul of the game here. And Alex Schutte will head to the line.
Falls on number 32, Caleb Oster. That's his first personal team's first. At the line, shooting 2, Alex Schutte.
Schutte's first free throw rims in and out.
For Loyal, number 21, Colton Rail. And number 15, Derek Howard.
2 subs for the Greyhounds here. Derek Howard and Colton Rail in. Rail.
Like Prof Rail.
Yep. And Schutte makes 1 of 2. Oster gets it into Nelner, and the Lancers will set up, this time in their half-court offense. No more transition. Wendland pulls up the 3. No good. Milky had position for the rebound, and Brusso grabbed it, tried to play it off of Oster, but he was out of bounds. White ball underneath the basket.
No, he hit Oster and then came back and hit him.
Oh. Wendland with the corner 3. Nailed it.
Wendland showing off his range, which he definitely has.
Colton Rail brings it down. They take Alec Anderson out. He was playing pretty well, but they want to see what Rail can do. He gets the ball stolen by Neldner, and Neldner on the fast break, he's going to take it all the way, and he's fouled. A flagrant foul.
Went down hard.
I shouldn't say flagrant, but yeah, that was a hard foul. A flagrant foul is something the ref would say.
Looks like he's okay, though.
Neldner's all right. And Fisher didn't want to give up the easy bucket, and we can see why. A lot of transition offense here early. Neldner misses his first. 2 subs for the Lancers, Gamble and Carl Ryan. Carl will actually stay out. Gamble's in for Hulky. And number 30 for Loyal, Logan Gentleman came in. And Neldner misses his second one. Rebound for Schutte. Gentleman will bring it down. Lots of point guards for Loyal here. No one picked him up until Oster came out. He gives it to Howard. Derek Howard gives it to Rail. And Gentleman swings it over to Brusso. Gentleman goes right. Gives it to Rail, who misses the long 2. I think his foot was on the line. Milky to Wendland in transition. No good, but Milky grabs the rebound. Kicks it out to Neldner, who gives it to Wendland for 3. No good. Rebound for Oster. Good offensive rebounding here by the Lancers. Milky with the long 2. Doesn't get it to go, but he gets his own rebound and lays it in.
Jack Milky has 3 left-handed layups that he's just made very well.
That one was more of a runner from the baseline. He floated it in, didn't use the backboard, and it worked. Timeout for Loyal. Obviously, they're going to talk about their defensive rebounding. which the Lancers are really taking advantage on the boards early. It'll be Loyal ball. Gentleman will inbound. Gamble, Milky, and Wendland running the press. And here comes Ryan in with his guy, Shooty. And the Loyal breaks the press. Gentleman with the ball. He goes left. Tried to give it to Rail, but he traveled.
Great D by the Lancers.
Checking in for the Lancers, number 10, Brian Sido. And for Loyal, number 41, Andrew Szymanski.
Brian Sido in for the Lancers. He did not play in JV. I did not notice that until it happened. Until now, I realized. So Ryan can play all 4 quarters tonight. And Carl Ryan also came in at the timeout break. Oster will inbound. And Sido will bring it down and set up offense. He gives to Gamble, who grabs the loose ball. Tried to pass it to Oster. It's a bit hard. And Oster gives it to Sido, to Milky. Milky to Jonathan. Gamble goes to Sido, who gives it to Oster in the post. And it rolls off of his foot, and Brusso grabs the steal, and he gave it to Rail with a nice pass to Howard. Howard is blocked by Carl Ryan. Gamble gives it to Sido, and Lancers will slow down. They did not have numbers on that transition. Milky to Gamble. Gamble gives it to Sido. Brian Sido to Gamble. Milky gives it out to Oster. Oster takes it himself, gives it to Sido for 3. Good! Brian Sido knocking down the 3.
Beautiful shot.
Rail, guarded by Sido. Rail will give it to Brusso. Brusso gives it to Howard. Howard guarded by Ryan. And a good steal by Milky there. Milky brings it down in transition. Spins. Layup good.
A beautiful move by Jack Milky for 2 points.
Did not travel either. That was tough.
That was pretty impressive.
Yep. Hulky and Wendland getting ready to come in, as well as Alec Anderson for Loyal. Howard gives it to Bruce. Oh, on the nice cut. The rebound, the shot goes out. Szymanski eventually grabs the rebound, and he lays it up and in.
Great move underneath by Szymanski.
Szymanski with the nice rebound there. Oster on the 3-point line. Kicks it to Sido. Sido to Milky. Milky goes left, kicks it back out to Gamble. Gamble to Sido. Inside to Oster. Oster couldn't handle the pass, but he grabs it, and he's fouled on his shot. Lancers really moving the ball around well.
Falls on number 21, Colton Rail. That's his first personal team, second at the line of shooting.
We got a text from Caleb Oster's mom, who said she's hoping for a dunk tonight. We all are. Oster sinks the first free throw. Brandon Wendland in for Jack Milky. We'll see if Oster can knock down both free throws here. Lancers up 19-7. And Oster does knock down both. A couple more texts here. Thanks for the commentary, guys, from, I believe, Carter Ryan. Thanks, Carter.
Makes sense. His brother Carl is playing.
And Calvin was playing the last game. And from Amy Milky, who loved the new pep band song, Trouble by Taylor Swift.
The fans loved it too.
It was received well. Gentleman gives to Howard, to Anderson. Anderson back. Let's see if he runs the point or if they let Gentleman run it. Gentleman gives to Anderson, who's guarded by Sido. Gentleman guarded by Gamble. Fisher looking for the post, not there. Gentleman crosses over, gives it to Anderson in the corner, who shoots it, and the three's no good. Howard grabs the rebound, and he was phased there by Calvin Ryan.
Carl Ryan.
Carl Ryan, sorry. Good rebound by Carl there. Wendland gives it to Sido. And Ryan Siddle lays it up and in. He'll try to complete the three-point play.
Gets the and one.
Nice pass there by Wendland. I thought Brian may have just kind of done an alley-oop layup there, jumped up and tipped it in.
It's pretty cool.
Shooty in for Howard. Brian Siddle looking to complete the three-point play from the charity stripe. He does. And Ned Sandhuffner is coming in for Carl Ryan. Gentleman gets the inbound from Fisher. He gives it back to Fisher. Fisher goes down with his left, crosses over. He almost had a nice open lane there, but it's stolen. Ned in transition. Misses the layup. This is Jamansky with the rebound. Good look there for Ned. Gentleman gives it to Anderson. Still falls, and Anderson pulls up. No good. Gamble with the rebound. Gets it to Wendland. Brandon Wendland kicks it to Sido for three. No good. Gamble with the rebound. Goes up. And it was tipped by a Loyal player, but they're going to say it went. I think it went off Gamble. I'm not sure what happened.
I think it went off Grant's leg.
Oh. I'm not seeing these things. Gentleman with the inbound to Anderson. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Gentleman. 8 seconds left now. Gentleman gives it to Anderson. No, it goes out of bounds. Lancers have 3.6 seconds to get a shot off. Sandhuffner will inbound it to Wendland. Let's see if Wendland takes it himself or if he dishes it to somebody else. Here's Wendland, bring it down. He'll take it himself. No good, off the back of the rim.
Almost went in.
Yep.
It's pretty close for a half-court shot.
Pretty good shot there by Wendland. And the Lancers have a pretty good quarter there. 23-7 after one. Transition really seemed to be one of their key weapons.
They seem to be playing really well.
Yep.
Just overall.
They're trying to get a 2-game win streak going. They beat Independence on Tuesday, 58-40. And they're trying to take down Loyal tonight. As for Loyal, they had some good shots to open the first quarter, and then the offense kind of went away a little. We saw some nice offensive rebounding by Loyal at different possessions of the game. Jamansky had a nice board, and he put it back up for 2. As for the Lancers, let's look at the leading scorers. Jack Milkey has 8. Wendland and Sido both have 5. Oster with 3.
And that's all.
Yep. Food delivery. And Loyal's back on the court, as well as the Lancers. It'll be the starters in for the Lancers. And for Loyal, it'll be Rail, Fisher, Jamansky, Schutte, and Brusso. Brusso gets it into Rail, who hands it off to Brusso. Brusso swings it over to Fisher, who gives it to Rail, and it's stolen by Oster. Here's Oster on the break. Goes up. The basket's going to count, I believe. Caleb Oster with a nice transition layup. If that defender hadn't been there, that may have been the dunk that Caleb's mom was looking for.
May have been.
Almost a charge there, but
Yeah, I thought they were going to call a charge for a bit.
yeah,
For a minute.
the refs don't. And here's Oster at the line. 3-point play for Caleb Oster. Lancers pressing. Brusso gets the inbound from Rail, and it's going to be off of Oster. It'll
Just
be,
barely touched the line.
It'll be Loyal ball. Rail inbounding. Gets it to Schutte, who gets it to Brusso. Brusso gives it to Schutte, who pulls up with a shot. Nice off-balance shot by Schutte there.
Good finish. The shot was tough, but he made it.
Using the backboard. Milky to Wendland on the three-point line. Wendland goes right. Nothing there. Down there to Milky, inside to Oster, who lobs it up for Hulke. And It goes off of Grant's hand, and Loyal steals it. Rail takes it all the way in. He misses the layup, and Oster grabs the rebound. Here's Caleb Oster to Wendland. Takes it himself, and a charge on Brandon Wendland. Good job by Riley Fisher, and Wendland taps him on the shoulder there.
It was a good job by Fisher drawing charge.
Setting his feet, and that's Brandon's first foul. Fisher gets the inbound from Rail. He gives it to Jamansky. Back to Rail, and Rail will bring it down. Rail guarded by Neltner. Brusso in the corner. Back to Rail up top. To Brusso on the wing. Looking inside. Brusso tries to take a baseline. He gives it to Schutte. Up and under. And misses the layup. Neltner grabs the board. 3-on-1 for the Lancers if they hurry. And Neltner slows it down. Hulke with the elbow shot. Good.
Nice pull-up jumper by Hulke.
From the elbow. Rail almost gets trapped, and his pass hits Fisher's hand, and it's stolen. Here's Wendland in transition. Left hand, good.
Beautiful left-handed layup, just textbook.
Rail brings it down, gives to Fisher. Fisher with the three. Off a bit strong there, just a bit strong. Almost sunk it. Wendland brings it down. Wendland will pull up the long two. Rolls in. Carl Ryan and Brian Sitto getting ready to come in, as well as Gentleman, Anderson, and Howard for the Greyhounds. Rail loses his dribble, almost gets it stolen by Neltner. He gets it to Brusso. And Schutte gives it to Rail, who gives it to Fisher, back to Rail. Rail loses his dribble, and Oster with the steal. Oster in transition. It's stolen by Szymanski. He was looking for Milky, and the pass just didn't get there.
I don't think Milky saw it coming.
Yeah. Rail gives to Szymanski, who hands it back off to Rail behind the back. Nice dribbling there by Rail. He couldn't finish, though. To Brusso for three. Nice shot there by Colton Brusso.
Great open shot.
Sorry, Cameron Brusso. The freshman. He was a starter. Very impressive to see. Wendland gives to Neltner. To Milky, who takes a baseline. And foul on the ground. No shot for Milky. Almost had another left-handed layup there. And
Milky is left-handed. So
yeah,
he's great with those left-handed layups.
So is Hulke. Two starters for the Lancers that are left-handed. And those 5 subs I talked about earlier come in. For the Lancers, Hulke and Neltner go out. Milky gets it into Carl Ryan. To Sitto. Brandon Wendland at the top of the key. Milky to Oster. Oster for three. Caleb Oster's three rolls in.
Oster, again, showing he's not only a big man, but he can also make those range shots.
Caleb Oster's a weapon from everywhere. Anderson, guarded by Sitto. Good matchup there. Both are really good ball handlers and defenders, it seems. Wendland tips the ball over to Sitto, who has control. Gives it back to Wendland. Brandon Wendland here. Goes left. Kicks it out to Milky. Tries to get into Carl Ryan, and there's going to be a foul. We got a text from the Strikes in Okabena. Is number 21 for Loyal, spelled Rail like Prof. It actually is. R-O-E-H-L.
You have to ask him about that later.
Yeah.
Maybe he's watching. Prof. Rail, if you're watching, tell us if you have any relation to anybody in Loyal.
Do you know Colton Rail? Gamble comes in for Wendland. Oster gives to Gamble. Milky for three. Right wing shot is no good. And Gentleman with the board. 35-12 Lancers here. 3:44 and counting left in the second quarter. Howard, and eventually gets over to Gentleman, who three rims in and out. No love for him on the rim. And a jump ball is called. It'll stick with the Greyhounds. The Lancers with a one-man thinner bench tonight. Matthias Schaller got a hand problem.
Sprained his wrist, I
Yep.
believe. Or maybe fractured it. I can't,
Yeah,
I don't
problem with
remember.
his wrist in the game against Independence. Fisher tries to fake out Oster. He's not buying. Anderson to Brusso. Brusso to Howard. Gentleman, Anderson. Good ball movement, and the three from Anderson falls. Nice ball.
Anderson, three-pointer.
A very good possession there by the Greyhounds.
Great shot.
Almost a foul on Sido. It could have been a 4-point play, but I think the refs didn't see a foul there. Oster for three. Roll, this time it rims out. Anderson in transition. And a foul is going to be called on Brian Sido on the body.
Falls on number 10, Brian Sido.
That's-
That's his first personal, team's third.
That's only his first, and the team, it's only their third. Brandon
Loyal, number 41, Andrew Szymanski.
Szymanski in for Loyal, and Hulke and Wendland are in for the Lancers. They get the inbound into Szymanski just where you want it, and a foul called on Hulke. Szymanski will go to the line. Fouls on Hulke there.
Number 32, Caleb Oster.
Oh, fouls on
That's his
Oster.
second personal, team's fourth.
I don't think that was Oster.
Shooting two, Szymanski.
Prof Rail says there's no relatives in Loyal that he knows of, but with a name like that, he's bound to be good. Szymanski sinks the first free throw. Rail has a free throw tonight, 1 point. So, Prof Rail, I guess that's what he meant. Let's see if Rail scores more throughout the game. Szymanski gets one of two. Oster to the outlet Wendland, who gives it to Gamble. Gamble back to Wendland, to Milky. Jack Milky to Grant Hulke. Hulke gives it to Gamble, who gives it to Oster. Oster goes baseline, gives it to Hulke, to Gamble. Good ball moving here by the Lancers. They need to find an open look. Oster to Milky. He goes in, shoots, foul. Great job there by Jack Milky taking it and
Drawing the foul.
finished my sentence. Nice
Falls
job.
on number 24, Cameron Brusso. That's his first personal,
Took the words right out of my
team's
mouth.
fifth. At the line, shooting Jack Milky.
Jack Milky shooting two here. Lancers now on bonus. This is not a 1-and-1 though because there's a shooting foul.
Lancers, Caleb Gelman.
7. Oh, next foul. The Lancers will be in bonus for a 1-and-1. Neldner in for Oster. Milky gets one of two, and Howard with the rebound. Lancers up 20, 2:18 remaining in the second quarter. Gentleman gives it to Anderson. Anderson to Szymanski. Szymanski with a nice one-handed skip pass to Gentleman, who kicks it out to Anderson. Howard, Szymanski gives it back to Gentleman. They set up. Brusso on the right wing goes baseline. Good defense by Milky. He kicks it out to Howard. Howard was looking for Anderson, wasn't there. He gets it to Gentleman, who keeps his dribble. Brusso to Szymanski. Shot fakes. Hulke doesn't buy. He goes right though. Lays it up. No good. Hulke with the board. And a steal there by the Greyhounds. And a nice bucket on maybe the unintended press.
Timeout of Emmanuel Lutheran. 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for the Lancers. It was Szymanski on the bucket there for Loyal. 30-second timeout here. Lancers regrouping. I don't think Tom Williams was very pleased with that last inbound play.
Loyal was moving the ball a lot faster, a lot better on that last possession.
It looked good. Loyal's coach is Eric Schoonover. Looks, I don't know if I should be saying this, but he looks pretty young. He looks like a young coach. And for the Lancers, it's Tom Williams, assisted by Joe Lau and JV coach John Radical. Schoonover's assistant is the JV coach Kyle Ruth. Wendland up top, gives to Gamble, left wing. Was looking for Milky, but Milky wasn't there. It goes off of Howard and out of bounds. Milky lobs it into Hulky just like he did with Carl Ryan earlier. Hulky gives to Wendland to Neldner. 1:18 and counting left in the first half. Milky to Wendland for 3 with a guy in his face. Rolls out. Lots of,
Close shots.
yeah, either been rolling out on the threes or rolling in. Good defense by Neldner here on Gentleman. Anderson looking for somebody. Coach calling for motion offense, which is what the Emmanuel teams run too. Here's Wendland with his left. Good.
Brandon Whiteland.
Great transition by Brandon Wendland.
We're seeing flashes of that first quarter offense with the transition there. A double on Anderson. He gets it to Gentleman, to Howard with the jumper. Strong. And Neldner grabs the board. 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Wendland to Hulky. Wendland up top. Lancers want last shot here. We'll see. Wendland goes left. Snakes around, gives it to Neldner. With the handoff to Wendland. Don't want a backcourt violation, and a backcourt violation is called. Lancers were trying to stall there, and it just didn't work out.
11.9 seconds left.
Loyal ball. They'll probably take the last shot here. Szymanski gets the inbound. Brusso with 9 seconds left. 7. 5. Here's Gentleman. Anderson gets blocked by Neldner. And Wendland's 3 at the end of the second quarter, no good. Nice block there from Caleb Neldner.
Give the Lancers one more shot at making the bucket, but
Yep.
pretty long shot, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah. That's very true. That's a good pun. Lancers up 20 at half. They've been looking good. Picking up right where they left off with the Independence game, and they've really looked better than the last couple weeks. But
They've
after
been
break.
shooting a lot better, making their shots fall.
Yep. Last week was kind of rough for the Lancers. They lost to Oliva, and who did they play before that? I'm not sure. But they had a loss to AC. No, they beat AC Lincoln. It just hasn't been the greatest stretch for the Lancers. But they're looking better here.
Definitely shown some improvement.
Tom Williams goes to the locker room after checking the stats from his 3 stat keepers on the bench there.
Let's check our stats.
Oh, very good, Sam. Leading scorer for the Lancers is Brandon Wendland with 11 points. After him, I'm trying to figure this out. Give me time. Is Caleb Oster with 10. Jack Milky with 9. Good spreading of the points here. Brian Sitto has 5. And Grant Hulky has 2. We've seen a lot of the Lancers bench getting in early, mostly because Matthias is out. They need to get other guys to step up. Carl Ryan has had some good minutes. So is
We've seen a little bit of Ned.
Yep, Jonathan Gamble and Ned also getting minutes. As for Loyal, leading scorer is Szymanski with 7. Alec Anderson has 5. Schutte with 3, as well as Brusso with a 3 on 1 3-pointer. And Colton Rail, not related to Ross Rail, with 1 free throw, 1 point. Foul trouble, not a lot for either team. For Loyal, Rail with 1, Schutte with 1.
I'm kind of a little off on the
Yeah,
fouls.
Sam may have missed some fouls. Sitto with 1 for the Lancers, Wendland with 1, Oster has 2, and that's it. So not a lot of fouls in the first half. Sam may have missed a couple, but
I missed quite a few on Loyal's side. None on Emmanuel's.
he's got a hard job, though. Taking fouls and stats and commentating at the same time is a bit tough. You're just lucky we don't make you do rebounds.
And steals.
Yep. Yeah, Lisak does the same thing. Sam Lisak for Varsity Girls. It's tough.
I was actually thinking about doing that while we were commentating, right, just like a few minutes ago. I was thinking we should do steals and rebounds too.
Oh. Not steals for Lisak, but rebounds. That sounds tough.
I remember seeing or noticing a lot of Caleb Neldner's steals, and I said, hey, we should do steals.
Yeah. We could get it to work. Maybe we could get on the
Print our own programs.
program. Yeah, or print our own. Let's check out the crowd for this varsity game on a Friday evening. Well, Friday night, really.
It's decently filled.
Lots of students there. We can only show you the students and home section of the bleachers. You can always see the rest of the crowd when we're on the game camera. Some more fans here on the main cam on the left side of the gym. You can see, if Clay, can you go up to the left side of the gym? Left?
Left. That's right. That's right.
Just like where you were before when you went to the main cam.
Over here. Over here.
There's
there
Aaron Gullerud, our broadcast club leader. He's the one that makes this possible for us to be up here. We're thankful for that.
We owe our lives to him.
Not true. Halftime break here. 6:30 left. We're getting ready for the teams to come back out. Lancers had really good offense in the first half.
And
the
defense.
defense was stellar. I like the defense too. Were they running man or zone? Did you notice?
Man.
Man. I know for Loyal, JV ran zone.
Zone.
I did not see varsities. There's the rest of the crowd. Clay's getting in the whole crowd tonight.
We only got 11 viewers. It's kind of a little less than usual, but
It's a Friday night though, so there are more
Yeah,
people
there are more
here,
people here.
than usual.
hey, Clay, how many do we have on YouTube?
It doesn't work on the laptop.
Clay disagrees. Got
Okay.
any?
Oh, it worked. Never works for me.
You just don't have Clay's magical abilities. We have 5 viewers on YouTube. It's a good number.
Yeah, so 5 plus 11, 16. Not bad. We had AC Lincoln. That was crazy.
was
we had
great.
like 30. It was amazing. Here's Loyal coming back out. First team out of the locker room. Trying to mount a comeback here in the second half. They'll shoot around for a good 5 minutes. The JV team didn't take a long time in the locker room either. They came out when there was like 7 minutes left. Their JV team only had 6, though, so if you're going to do single player addresses, it's not going to take that long. JV for the Lancers won earlier. What was the score, Sam?
41-22 or something like that?
Yeah, somewhere around that. Good game from Calvin Ryan down low. He had 8 or 10 points, not sure.
He was their top scorer, I believe.
Yep, Sam Lisak had 8. Sam Sharonbeck with a nice game. They won without Brian Sitto, which is good to see. Brian Sitto can play 4 quarters of varsity, which they're going to need him with Matthias not being able to come in.
Definitely.
Still waiting for the Lancers to come out of the locker room. Tom Williams still talking to him. The managers for the Lancers are Jossie Gamble and Rachel Gerbitz.
Basically, they refill water bottles and
Wash jerseys.
give the players towels.
Yeah, it's a tough job. Don't make it sound like that, Sam.
I'm not condescending.
Yeah. 3:45 left in the halftime break. You can text us at the number in the bottom right corner. We haven't really said that yet, but some viewers have picked up on that. Good to see. Oh, here's a text.
Yay.
Calvin had 8. His mom texting in. Calvin Ryan with 8 points, one of the leading scorers. I think Sam Lisak also had 8. JV had a really nice game. They started a bit slow, and the scoring was really low for both teams for the first half.
Yeah.
And then it picked up for the Lancers in the second half, and they ran away with it.
Got their momentum going.
It's always tough, though, when you only have 6 guys. I felt like Loyal was at a huge disadvantage.
You get tired easily when you have only
Yep.
6 players.
They're also running zone, which requires a lot more
Energy.
movement and energy on defense, but that's the way they run it, and it's good to see. There's a couple of Loyal's JV players on varsity. I'm noticing Hederer, number 13. He looks like he's the only guy who's going to be playing tonight. Oh,
Marcus
Mar-
Gentleman.
brother of Logan. Logan's just a year older.
And Riley Gager. Or
I don't see him suited up, though. I'm not seeing a 43. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in the halftime break, and the Lancers still aren't out.
taking a long time in that locker room.
Yep.
Oh, here they come.
Here we go. Nope, just Prof Lau. Oh, yep, there it is. Ned leads them out of the locker room. They'll shoot around for 2 minutes, probably less. And they'll try to keep things rolling. Up 20. Decent lead. Caleb Oster starts off the warm-ups.
Did you just dunk it?
No,
Oh.
he laid it up. I wish.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
I guess it would have been disappointing either way because I missed it.
Did Randy Oster ever dunk?
I'm
Probably.
not sure.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
I remember Mike Bomber used to dunk.
Well, Caleb Oster's mom is watching.
Yep.
She could probably answer that for us.
Yep.
Has Randy Oster ever dunked?
In a game.
In a game.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would assume so.
And Michael Bomber, who made varsity his freshman year. Oh, no.
Sophomore, right?
He made it his freshman year, but it wasn't at the beginning of the season. He moved up from JV to varsity.
Brought up.
He dunked a couple times, I've heard.
He's a big guy.
Randy was the second to last freshman to make varsity. Of course, the newest freshman to make varsity is Jonathan Gamble, our classmate. It's great to see him play. He's sixth man with Matthias out. And he was even sixth man with Matthias in the other night. A different look for the Lancers. Matthias is hurting on his right hand.
Right hand.
Yep. Sitting next to the stat keepers behind the bench. In his dress shirt and tie. 33 seconds left, and we're ready to start the second half here. Lancers and Greyhounds. Greyhounds are from the Clover Belt East. I looked this up, which is the same conference as teams such as Owen Withy. Randy, oh, here's a text from Caleb Oster's mom. He can dunk, I figured, and one time during a game. So Caleb's got Randy tied. He's got the rest of this
See if he
season
can
to
beat him.
Yeah.
4 seconds left in halftime, and we are ready to go.
Lancers first out of the huddle. Starters in. And they'll have the ball first. Oster will inbound to Nelner. And as far as I remember, these were the starters for the Greyhounds. No press for Loyal here. Nelner will bring it down. Man defense for the Greyhounds. Oster sweeps. He goes right side. Gives it to Milky at the free throw line. Oster right wing three, good. Nice shot by Caleb Oster.
Great open look. Knew just what to do with it.
Second three of the night for Oster. Shooty with the ball. Shooty goes left, and they're gonna call. I think he was gonna call a carry, but he changed his mind. It'll stick with Loyal. Ref says, my bad.
I've never seen that happen before.
I'm sure it happens every
Yeah,
once in a while.
I'm sure it has happened before.
And the inbound pass from Anderson to Fisher goes haywire, and it'll be Lancer ball. Nelner brings it down off the inbound from Oster. He fires it to Milky. Milky gives to Oster. Oster to Nelner. Milky back out to Nelner. Oster left wing. Oster throws it across the court to Milky. Wendland to Nelner. Oster fakes the shot, gives to Wendland. He takes the three. Good. Lancers come out of the locker room firing. And that's Brandon's second three of the night. Fisher to Anderson. In the corner, Brusso with the three, short, and Oster with the board. Oster gives it to Milky. Goes right this time, but he switches to his left, and he makes the shot.
What they call a charge.
Second charge of the game for
Fouls on number 12,
for the
Jack Milkey. That's his first
Greyhounds.
personal, team's first.
We're told that
Checking in for Loyal,
Randy
number
probably
15,
dunked
Derek
at
Howard,
Independence.
number 30, Logan
At
Coulter.
Independence.
A road game dunk. That's cool.
Nice.
It was cooler to see at home though. When Caleb dunked on Ellsworth off a putback, when Wendland missed a layup in transition, that was the only varsity guys game we haven't commentated, and I remember seeing it in the crowd. Howard goes in, pulls up, and is fouled. Derek Howard at the line.
Fouls on number 32, Caleb Oster. That's his third personal, team second.
Caleb
At
Oster
the
with his
line,
third
shooting
foul.
2, Derek Howard.
Jonathan Gamble will be coming in for him, most likely.
Yeah. Howard misses the first free throw.
In for the Lancers, Jonathan Gamble.
Gamble in for Oster. Oster in a bit of foul trouble here. Three fouls. And we're only 2 minutes into the second half, so they'll sit him for a little bit. Howard misses both, and Milky grabs the rebound. Wendland will be the point here. Milky looking inside, gives it to Hulky. Hulky kicks it to Milky with the jumper. Good.
Jack Milkey.
Long two.
Brent.
Long two from Jack Milky there. Grant Hulky thought twice about trying to make a post move and kicked it back out, and it worked. A zone here by the Lancers. Looks like 2-3. Yep. Good D by Neldner there. And the ball goes out of bounds. Loyal inbound. Anderson looking for a man. Gives it to Brusso. I kind of want to see Gamble play on Brusso, freshman on freshman. Shoot.
I think the Lancers are in man.
They must have switched. They looked like a zone after that ball went out of bounds. Shooty
Yeah, I
gets
see where they're
fouled
coming from.
Fouls
by
on number 40,
Hulky.
Grant Hulky. That's his first personal, team's third. At the line, shooting 2, Alex Shooty.
Only Grant's first foul, but it's the Lancers' third in less than 3 minutes of the half.
Checking in for Loyal, number 21, Colton Rail.
Rail
In for the Lancers, number 44, Carl Ryan.
Rail is in for the Greyhounds, and Carl Ryan in for the Lancers. Shooty gets 1 of 2. Milky was on the line there. He didn't see his feet. He knows what happened.
Shakes it off.
Checking in for Loyal, number 25, Riley Fisher.
Riley Fisher in here. Shooty goes out after knocking down 1 of 2 free throws. Gentleman, top of the key. Gives it to Rail and through his hands. Lancer ball. Brian Sito checks in.
In for the Lancers, number 10, Brian Sito.
And Neldner goes out. Gamble goes over to the trainer. I wonder what's wrong. He didn't seem to be in unbearable pain, but he had come off the court. Sito to Milky. Looking inside for Hulky. Gives it to him on the bounce pass. Grant decides not to, and he gets the ball stolen by Rail. Rail gives it to Brusso in transition. He misses the layup. Here's Milky going the other way. Gives it to Sito. Brian Sito lays it up and in. Shot counts.
Sito.
And 1 for Brian Sito.
A block there by Riley Fisher.
Lost 1.
Brian Sito having himself a good game.
7 points. Trying to make it 8 here. Complete the 3-point play from the charity stripe. Jonathan Gamble looks like it's a problem with his left foot or ankle.
At the line, shooting 1, Brian Sito.
See if Brian can complete the 3-point play. He misses the free throw, but we all respect that effort he showed on that layup. Sito was guarding Rail, and the ball works its way to Gentleman, whose pass, he kind of faked out the defense there. Gentleman goes left, kicks it to Rail. Rail guarded by Sito. Lancers in man now. Good help from Hulky with the trap. Good trap there by the Lancers, and a turnover.
In for Emmanuel, number 34.
Good
Matt
D-bell
Sandhafner.
answers.
Sandhuffner in for Hulky. Wendland brings it down. Gives it to Sandhuffner. Carl Ryan up top. Wendland. Wendland jump stops. Nice pass to Ryan. He shoots. No good. Good look there for Carl Ryan. The shot just wouldn't fall for him. Gentleman brings it down. Szymanski fakes the handoff. And no good. Would you call that play action, Sam?
Yes.
The fake handoff. It'll be maroon ball. That was kind of cool to see. Play action there from Szymanski. Took it himself. Brusso gives it to Rail inside to Howard. Back out to Rail for three. Offensive foul. Nice job by Ned there. He took a charge down low.
Foul is on number 15, Derek Howard.
Derek Howard with the foul.
That's his second personal, team second.
El-
Checking in for Emmanuel, number 24, Elijah Morris.
Elijah Morris in for, who's going out? Wendland. That means Brian Siddle will run the point.
Also in for Loyal, number 23, Alex Schutte.
Alex Schutte in for Derek Howard. So Brian Siddle will run the offense here. Only one starter in for the Lancers right now. That's Jack Milkey. Milkey gives it to Ryan inside. Here's Carl with the up and under, and he gets fouled. Nice
Carl
move.
making some good moves under the basket tonight.
Good post move there by Carl Ryan, and he draws the foul.
Fouls on 24, Cameron Russo. That's his second personal, team's third.
Cameron Russo's second foul. Only the team's third. Of this half, I mean. So actually that's a reasonable amount. I thought it meant the third of the game for some reason. Carl Ryan knocks down his first. Second is also good. 2 points for Carl Ryan there. And the Lancers are at 50. Gamble's ready to go. Back to the bench, it looks like. Handoff from Szymanski to Rail. Kicks it out to Brusso. Gentleman. And Szymanski at the top of the key hands it to Gentleman. Gives it to Rail. Rail. Loyal's got to set up here. Gentleman on the right wing. Nice pass into Schutte, and he'll finish.
Schutte.
Nice job there by Loyal. That's a good possession.
Good shot by Schutte.
And Gamble goes back to the bench. It's good to see that it's not too serious of an injury to keep him out. Ryan to Sito. Ned Sandhuffner up top. Goes left. Kicks it to Milkey, who's got two guys on him. Milkey tried to go in, but is stolen. Schutte in transition. 3 Lancers collapse on him, and a foul is going to be called on Elijah Morris. I would say that's a good foul for Elijah there, not giving up the easy bucket.
Making him work for it.
24, Elijah Morris. That's his first personal, team's fourth. At the line shooting 2, Alex Schutte.
Alex Schutte shooting 2. First one off the front of the rim and out. He'll try to knock down the second. He does. And Ryan inbounds to Sito. Press here for the Loyal. Lancers have numbers. They're a good press-breaking team. Sandhuffner pulls up the mid-range jumper. Misses, but Milkey grabs the board. He also misses. Ryan grabs the board. And ball goes out of bounds off of Rail. It'll stay with the Lancers. Good offensive rebounding there. I thought for sure they were eventually going to get a foul called, but the ball went out of bounds. They get it into Ryan. Carl Ryan gets the ball stripped, and Schutte will take it the other way. And Ryan grabs it. Sito. Good press here from Loyal. Very aggressive. Rail misses the shot. He'll go to the line off the foul from Sito. That's his second.
Foul is on number 10, Brian Sito. That's his second personal. Team's fifth. At the line shooting 2.
Lancers with 5 fouls. That's not good. It means most likely that Loyal will go
Number
into
11, Alec
bonus here.
In for Emmanuel, number 42, Jonathan Gamble.
Anderson in
14,
for
Brian Whitman.
Anderson in for Loyal, and Gamble and Wendland come in for the Lancers. And Rail sinks both. That's what you need to do to get back into a game. Rail's you gotta sink your free throws. Sito with numbers here. Tried to get it to Sandhuffner. The pass was tipped, and Schutte with the steal. Gentleman gives it to Anderson. Ziemanski, and the turnaround from Schutte. Nice little move there. Ryan with a forced pass, and stolen by Loyal. And a foul here on Loyal. Brian Sito took a hard fall there, but he's up.
Falls on number 21, Colton Rail. That's his third personal team sport.
Fouls on Rail, his third. A little bit of foul trouble there.
Loyal, number 24, Cameron Brusso.
And Hulke comes in for Carl Ryan. Gamble will inbound on this press break. As I said before, the Lancers are pretty good at breaking the press, and Wendland turns it over there. Brusso with the corner three, good. Nice shot there by Cameron Brusso. His second three of the night. Here's Wendland. Behind his back. Tom Williams wanted that pass from Wendland, and he tried to take it himself and didn't work. Logan Gentleman goes left. Guarded by Ned. That is a travel.
Some pretty good consecutive presses
By
by
Loyal.
Loyal. Let's see what they can do with this one.
30-second timeout called by Tom Williams. The Lancers are having a little bit of trouble here with the Loyal press. Have given up some easy buckets, and they don't want that to happen. They don't want this game to get closer.
No, they don't.
Lancers up 23, 118 remaining in
The third quarter.
quarter. We got 5 watching on YouTube, as well as, I can't see that.
10.
10 watching on Ustream. 15 total, that's good to see. Also, more viewers on YouTube than the JV game. There's only 2. So, it's good to see that our second mode of getting you the game is working. Gamble inbound on the press, and there is no press. Loyal backs off. I'm not sure why. It was working very well. Wendland gives it to Gamble. Jonathan gives it to Brian Sito inside to Hulke. Hulke up and under. Nice move.
Hulke.
Beautiful move underneath by Grant Hulke. 2 points.
Gentleman crosses over on Ned. Gives it to Brusso. Brusso for 3. Off the rim, and Sito with the rebound. Wendland. Brandon Wendland gives it to Sito. Thought about the 3. Gives it to Sandhuffner. Sandhuffner pulls up the shot. No good. Sito with a nice offensive board. And it'll be a maroon ball. Sito is getting thrown around. No foul called. Lancers will have a run a little laid-back press of their own. They're not really going for the steal. They just don't want it for it to be too easy. Gentleman goes left, switches, gives it to Ziemanski for 3. Off the side of the rim. And a foul called. This will be on Loyal.
Fouls on number 41, Andrew Szymanski. That's his first personal. Team's 5th.
Fouls on Ziemanski.
Press is back.
Yep. Only for one possession, they laid off. And the pass from Gamble goes out of bounds. Ziemanski's only his first foul, but the team's 5th. Both teams have 5 fouls here. We'll most likely see some bonus shots in the fourth quarter. 12.7 left for Loyal. They'll try to get a buzzer beater or a quick basket here. Schutte shoots, blocked by Gamble. Nice D there by Jonathan Gamble.
5.7 seconds left.
Anderson will inbound. Anderson gets it out to Gentleman. Gentleman gives it to Anderson for 3. Left corner. No good. And the buzzer will ring. Third quarter over. Lancers up 52-27. And we welcome you inside the broadcast booth again. Lancers had a little bit of trouble with press there for a couple minutes. Loyal took it off, and then they put it back on, and Gamble turned it over.
Seemed to be working really well for Loyal.
It almost, I'm not really sure why they laid off with the press on that one possession. Well, nonetheless, here are the stats for through 3 quarters. For the Lancers, it is Brandon Wendland leading with 14. Jack Milkey with 11. Caleb Oster with 13. Wait, what? Caleb Oster has 13, sorry. He's the second leading scorer behind Wendland. Brian Sitta with 7. Hulke with 4. And Carl Ryan with 2. We'd like to see Jonathan Gamble and Ned Sandhuffner and Elijah Morris also get on there. So we can fill up the stat sheet. Well, check out the crowd before the fourth quarter.
It's gotten a bit fuller.
It's a packed house. We're back. Fourth quarter here. Lancers up 25, looking to run away with this game. Loyal looking to mount a comeback. It'll be Loyal ball. Stolen by Jack Milkey. Here's Jack Milkey on the break. Oop it, Toaster. No, Milkey lays it in, and the bucket will count.
That's what I was thinking.
I didn't mean for that to get in there. That was a thought that
Falls on number 11, Alec Anderson. That's his personal team 6.
Jack Milkey will try to complete the 3-point play.
Jack Milkey.
Lancers currently doubling up the Loyal Greyhounds 54-27. And Milkey adds one more. Russo has it, gives it to Rail, and Rail back in with 3 fouls. Fisher, and they're going to call a foul on Caleb Nelner there. 6th foul of the half for the Lancers. Next foul, and it'll be bonus for Loyal. Both teams with 6 fouls in the second half. Rail will set up shop. Rail goes in with his right. Gives it to Schutte. Rail with the ball at the top of the key. Fisher pulls up the 3, left-handed, and Hulke grabs the board. Wendland to Nelner. Nelner crosses over. Nice move there. Milkey goes right with his left hand, and it's good. I believe Jack Milkey's taken charge of the leading scorer name. He has, Sam, that's 16. Shot's no good, and Lancers have it. Wendland gives it to Nelner. Nelner with a screen from Ulster. Milkey, left wing, lobs it up for Hulke a bit far, and Loyal will take control of the ball. The Lancers have been looking for that lob a lot tonight. It hasn't worked that well, but it's an offensive weapon which you got to try and use every once in a while. And Hulke's just the guy to try and get it to. Zone here for the Lancers, 1-3-1. Rail gives it to Fisher. Long 2, no good. Rebound for Milkey. Wendland gets it ahead to Oster. Oster with the layup, good. Good transition there for the Lancers.
Good look and pass by Brandon Wendland.
Great pass. Brusso to Rail. Rail goes in, shoots, no good. Milkey with the board. Lancers in transition again. Milkey crosses over, takes it himself. Layup a bit strong, and it'll go to red. I thought it was off of a Loyal player. It wasn't. Lancer ball.
Timeout Loyal.
Timeout for Loyal. Just over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lancers have come out strong here in the fourth.
Doing pretty much as well in the second half as they were in the first.
Yep, pretty even. Loyal calling timeout, trying to address some things that they need to work on. We remind you to text the number at the in the bottom right corner. Oh, Ken. Just text us your thought on the game or the commentary or the booth setup or whatever you think about this broadcast, and it'll most likely get on the air, as well as your name. Quite an exciting thing. You'll become famous among our 15 viewers. Well, that would include yourself. 14. But don't take that lightly. It's good to be famous on this broadcast.
It's a very prestigious
Yeah.
thing to do.
It'll be Loyal ball. Rail will inbound it to... Oh, sorry. I almost said Nelner. To Brusso. Back to Rail, and they'll set up. Rail. Rail dribbles in. Gives it to Howard, back to Rail. Howard for three. Good shot by Derek Howard.
Howard, three-pointer.
A question from the Strikes: what is varsity's record? I think overall they're 9-6, which is pretty good. And in conference they're 5-6, and obviously non-conference they're 4-0. Looking to try and make it 5-0 in non-conference here. Loyal is not from the Dairyland.
At the line, shooting the bonus, Grant Hulke.
Grant Hulke shooting bonus here, 1-1. He misses his 1-1 free throw, so it'll be Loyal ball. Rail brings it down. Rail tried to shoot it, and Nelner gets called in the foul. I thought maybe a jump ball was going to be called there.
Foul is on number 20, Caleb Nelner. That's his second personal. Team 7th.
Refs call nonetheless, the refs call the foul on Nelner. And here's Rail at the line shooting two.
Checking in for Loyal, number 30, Logan Gentleman.
Gentleman in for 50. Here's Rail with his second free throw. He makes one of two. Oster into Nelner. To Oster. Milky with the help. And he gives it to Nelner in the left corner. Nelner was looking for Hulke, and he gave it to Wendland. Nelner with the ball left wing. Wendland back to Nelner, to Oster. Oster to Milky. Lancers trying to get something inside here, I feel. Nelner to Oster. Goes and picks up his dribble, gives it to Wendland. Screen from Oster, not taken. Nelner. Nelner to Milky. Over to Oster. Goes baseline. Oster lays it up. Just rims out, but he grabs his own rebound and finishes. They give it inside to Schutte, who gets it to Brusso. A nice backdoor cut there by Cameron Brusso, the freshman. Cameron Brusso now with 8 points. Hulke almost grabs that loose ball, but it's grabbed by Gentleman, or by Howard, and he gives it to Gentleman. Schutte pulls up, no good. Howard with the board to Gentleman for three. Almost goes in. Howard grabs the board again. Brusso to Schutte, goes left, shoots, blocked by Oster. And the ball goes out of bounds, so it'll stay with Loyal.
Checking in for Loyal, number 11, Alec Anderson. Number 41, Andrew Szymanski.
Szymanski and Anderson in for Loyal, and Brian Sitto in for the
Number
Lancers,
44, Carl Ryan.
as well as number 44, Carl Ryan. Hulky and Neldner will go out. They lob it into Anderson. Howard tried to get it to Gentleman and eventually goes to Szymanski, who pulls up and makes the layup.
Great move for 2 points.
Wendland brings it down. Gives it in the corner to Sitto. Wendland crosses over to Sitto. Back to Wendland. A zone here for Loyal. Looks like 3-2. Wendland gives to Sitto. And a timeout called by Tom Williams.
Timeout, Eau Claire Emmanuel.
Full timeout. Emmanuel with a pretty good lead here, 26 points.
3 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And they're trying to increase it even more. Still calling timeouts, still fixing things, and that's what a good basketball team does.
It's like Emmanuel has this one in the bag.
We'll see. It looks like the 5 for Emmanuel will be the same as when the timeout was called. No subs. Not sure about Loyal. Getting ready to come back to the action here. 3:03 left in the game. Oster, Sitto, Ryan, Wendland, and Milky in. And for Loyal, it's Howard, Gentleman, Szymanski, Anderson, and Rail. They get it in on that safety pass to Carl Ryan. Wendland made Anderson almost fall down. And an elbow there, nothing called. It looked like an elbow, actually I don't think it was. Not sure. Rail pulls up, no good, but it is foul.
Foul is on number 10, Brian Sitto. That's his third personal.
Huh.
At the line, shooting 2, Colton Rail.
Text from Calvin and Carl's mom. Mrs. Ryan says, good job in the booth tonight on both games. We're both here for JV too.
And into the Lancers,
Yep.
number 34, Ned Sandhefner.
Sandhefner in for Wendland. And Rail is at the line. He made his first one. Sorry, that was a bit delayed. Here's a second. He makes both. Good job at the line tonight for Colton Rail. Sitto gets the ball poked out, and a steal for Loyal. Anderson goes up and finishes.
Anderson.
Oster runs the baseline. Gives to Milky. Milky to Sandhefner on the break. Left-handed layup, good.
Sandhefner.
And there's Ned with his first bucket of the night. Jack Milky on the assist. Good transition offense there again. Steal from Oster. Milky gives it to Oster. He goes up, lays it in. So close.
That was a pretty close to a dunk.
He wanted to, but Loyal is just getting that one pesky guy back every time. That's preventing it. Rail kicks it to Anderson, and the pass a bit to Anderson's left. Turnover.
Number 24, Cameron Russo.
Cameron Brusso in,
Second in for the Lancers, number 24,
as well as Elijah Morris. And Milky goes out. Only starter for the Lancers still in is Oster. Lots of bench players getting lots of minutes tonight. Timeout for the Lancers.
Timeout,
Full
Eau Claire
timeout.
Emmanuel.
As this game winds down, it looks like the Lancers are going to pull away. A good game here by the Lancers, and Loyal, I think, played pretty well too. They've had some they've had some really good possessions down on offense where
Definitely put up a fight,
they move the ball well.
especially with that press too.
Yep, that gave the Lancers lots of problems in the third, but eventually the Lancers got them out of it, so it's pretty even there on that exchange. Lancers looking to make it 2 wins tonight. JV won earlier against Loyal. Full timeout here for Tom Williams. He'll talk to the guys. It's Elijah Morris, Brian Sido, Jack Milkey, Caleb Oster. No, not Jack Milkey. Caleb Oster, and I'm sorry, I can't see. Ned Sandhefner in for the Lancers. And for Loyal, it's Howard, Fisher, Anderson, Brusso, and Gentleman. A relatively small lineup for Loyal. But then again, well, I guess the Lancers have a pretty big lineup in, actually. They'll probably try to get it down low. Oster throws it into Sido. Good catch. Not something you always hear during a basketball game. Oster.
What is this, football?
To Sandhefner. Sandhefner looking for someone. Goes left. Ned gets it to Elijah Morris, who spins, throws up the shot, and gets fouled. Elijah Morris will go to the line. Derek Howard's 4th personal foul. Here's Elijah Morris at the line. First one's good. Here's the second. Morris' second free throw rims out. And Carl grabs the rebound. He got all 5 guys on him. He gets it to Morris, who finishes.
Elijah Morris from Carl.
Anderson brings it down. Anderson pulls up. Almost goes in. Morris with the rebound gets it to Sido. Sido had Ned flanking on the other side, but he didn't handle the pass very well. Ned goes left, to the left side, and he missed the right-handed layup. Loyal ball. Loyal to Brusso. Howard gives it to Anderson to Gentleman. Fisher goes up and makes the layup.
Fisher.
Timeout for Loyal.
Timeout Loyal. 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for Loyal. That's never mind, go.
46 seconds left in the game. Lancers up 68-41.
Get your last text of the game in here, and the number in the bottom right corner. Love to get some more. We did get one from Caleb Oster's mom. Who would you like to see on an Emmanuel Dream Team? I don't know if that means all time, or this year, or I'm not even sure. But the actual Dream Team that played last year, that was fun to see. Maybe we can address that in a later game.
Yeah.
It looks like Gamble's getting ready to come in. Another text here. The Wendlands, Brandon's grandparents, texting in. Thanks for the game, guys. Thanks for the good game, guys. It's been a good game for the Lancers. They're getting pressed again. Nathan Hederer is in. He is on JV. Here's Gamble. Kind of fumbles the ball, and a jump is called. It'll be Lancer ball. Gamble inbound. They're running the box play. He gets it into Sido. Ned gets it to Gamble. Jonathan Gamble to Carl. Sido. Ryan Sido. Their Lancers are stalling, trying to run out the clock. Ned loses his dribble and loses the ball, but it's kicked out of bounds by a Loyal defender. Sito to Ned. Sandhuffner gives it to Ryan. And his pass that he's trying to get it to Morris was tipped. It would have been an easy basket there for Elijah. Gamble inbounds it to Morris. Over to Sito. Brian Sito guarded by Nathan Hederer. And Brian will just waste out the clock. Lancers.
Score tonight, Eau Claire Emmanuel Lutheran 68, Loyal 41.
Lancers get the win here. They're on a 2-game winning streak.
Tomorrow afternoon against
They win
McDonald
68-41.
JV 12:30. Varsity 2 o'clock.
Thanks for tuning in. Leading scorer for the Lancers ends up being Wolf. I'm not sure. Give me some time. Ends up being Caleb Oster with 19. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure tune in tomorrow when the girls take on McDonald Central.
That'll be Jonah Albrecht and Sam Lisak commentating.
For varsity, and
For
Jonathan
varsity.
Gamble and David Hine for JV. JV starts at 12:30. Varsity at 2. Make sure you tune in. Well, see you next time. I'm Gunny Sifford. He's Sam Buck. Our cameraman Clay Bobeck. Thanks for watching.
Good night.